Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. This morning I've come out for a quick photography session in Loxley Valley, which is not far away from where I live, so it's just a quick 10 or 15 minute walk across, and then you're coming down into this wonderful valley. Quite a muddy path. It's nice and quiet this morning. Some nice bird sounds in the trees. But yeah, I just want to keep the channel moving more than anything, because I've not been out. What was it? Christmas, I think, either side of Christmas. Once before and once after. Up at Slippery Stones. There's a link in the video to that. But yeah, I just want to keep the channel moving. I don't quite know what anyone else has been like if you've been able to get out. But yeah, I want to keep the channel moving and get more videos on there. But it's obviously difficult in the current climate. But I thought I'd just pop out this morning and see what we've got. There's a squirrel running down there. But what I'll do is I'll pop on the what 3 words location on the screen now, so you can see where I am, so that anybody out there can come down here where I am now and do what I'm hoping to do. As you can see there, it's quite picturesque. That's a lot steeper than what it looks. I think I remember coming through here when I was a kid on my cross-country run many years ago. Just hang on to this handrail because this is steep. Oh, yeah, that was very steep. Oh, my knee. Okay, now I'm getting too old for this. Oh, my knee. I haven't even started yet. That was nearly broke my leg on. That is really slippery. But I think what I'm going to do is maybe head down that way, because you can walk over the bridge there and follow the path right up and round, and you can also take this sort of footpath if you like, and that eventually takes you up to Down Flask. But I think if you go over there and go over there, I think the two paths meet probably a mile or so further up, so you won't get lost. Plus you can't miss that, can you? It's like side of Everest. That's massive, and I've got to walk back up that, so that'll be fun. So yeah, I'm going to take a trip, just turn right just in front of that bridge there, shoot down, because I think the river does bend round, and I think there's a small little waterfall down on that bend, so I'm going to take a look down there. So yeah, I've just come off from that bridge, so come down that path there that you can see, come along the path, and I think the river just bends just down here. I'm sure there's a little waterfall Oh, squirrel in the tree. Yeah, I'm sure there's a little waterfall somewhere down here. Oh, it looks a bit dry. Oh, hello, little squirrel. Sorry, pal, I ain't got no KP with me. Oh, he's gone up that tree, look. Oh, there's two of them. Wow. And I think the river bank does in fact run along there. So this lot in essence should be underwater, so you can see, even though I suppose we've had quite some heavy rain and lots of snow, you can see how little rain we have had, I suppose. There's a waterfall, look, I knew there was one. There we go. Let's get under here. Oh. Quite nice. So I think what I want to do is set up my camera. I want to do a time lapse. I might use this log as like a feature. See how we get on. So I've just set up my camera, doing a time lapse of the waterfall in the background there, and you can see this old stumpy log. So I've got my Edelkrone slider there, focusing on the very top of that log, and it's sliding down, so it's zooming in, and see what results we get with that. And also over there I've just got my other GoPro set up, just doing a time lapse of the river, just to see what we get more than anything. Time lapse is due to finish in a minute with the stump and the waterfall. Show you that now. So I've just done some time lapses, bit of drone footage, bit of photography at the waterfall, and I'm now going to make my way where the bridge was, which is coming up here, where the bridge is, if you remember. I'm going to go straight on. So that's the path that I came down. I don't know if you can see that in a second. I've just been down there. That's the path that I came down. Nearly broke my neck. That's the bridge. And of course this is the river. But I'm now going to head in that direction, which I think I'll go up here maybe. and see what we get. I've changed my mind. I've decided to come across the bridge and take this path instead of the other path, because I've been up that way before and I've not been up here for quite some time, so I've decided to come this way. So come with me and I'll show you where we go. I've just walked down the path there. As you've just seen, quite a nice walk, nice and flat. And there's another bridge here, look, down in the bottom, over the river. And I don't know where that goes, to be honest. I think that might meet up with the other path that I mentioned to you earlier. So I think you shoot back across that river, up that path there, and I think that's where the two paths meet, if I remember rightly. But that's a nice little pond or a lake. Well, I've just found this quite nice spot. I've just took this little cutting off the main path there, right next to the river, and I've just seen this area here where you've got the stagnant water, which is building up under the tree. It's coming back round on the eddies, and you get the water flowing faster in front of those two rocks there, and this is coming backwards back up the river, and it's sort of forming a bit of a stagnant pool. So I think I'm going to try a bit of long exposure, see if I can get a decent picture of that. See, that's the picture, as you can see on the back of my camera, but it's come out quite dark. It might not look like that on the screen, but it has. So I might just try and increase the length a bit and see what we get. But I do follow a guy on YouTube, subscribe to a guy on YouTube called Henry Turner, and he put a video on recently about long exposure photography, and it is really difficult, and I love doing it because I love seeing the results, but it is really difficult to get the correct exposure time. But practice makes perfect, so I'm going to give that another go and see what we get. So yeah, I've got a bit of a strange setup because of that lower level thing there on the floor, side of the river. I have to put one of my legs down on that, and then these two little short legs up onto the bank, but I've got my leaf filters on, as you can see, and I'm doing a long exposure of that, and I'm using the app, and it's telling me it's 42 seconds. Yeah, so those two attempts were from that little sort of stagnant area, so I hope they've come out okay. There's another area down there actually that was quite interesting, same sort of thing, but there's another bridge, just to give you a brief idea of where I am. There's another bridge here, and then that cuts up along the back of the field there, and I'll put the Loxley words on the screen. And then there, look, is another waterfall. So I'm just going to go down this path to see, don't break my neck, to see what we've got up here as well. Oh, that's quite interesting. at that. Pretty cool. Just trying to establish if there's anywhere I can set up to try and have a long exposure, but I'll maybe get in here. But the camera would be quite far away, so I don't know. So I just walked onto the end there, down the path, and the path does carry on a lot further. And like I said, eventually you get up to Lady Bower, or Danflass, whichever one it is, I can't remember. So yeah, so I think I'm just going to stop back at this waterfall. That's it, guys. That's the Loxley Valley Trail, or part of it. It does continue on, and you cross over the road and it continues on up to the reservoir, but that's another mile and a half down the track. So that's the end of this film. So I want to thank you for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. See you soon.